We did another day where the community posted some builds and I tried them out, and all the builds were kind of intermediate builds where they're between 200,000 alloy and 350,000 alloy. And two guns that I want to like tease you guys with so you know you're not wasting your time with this video is this M4A1. This one is actually 200,000 for this gun currently. Like, that's pretty nuts. Like, I don't think you can ask for anything more. And then this other is a CI-19 build. It ranges from 250 to 300. And again, come on guys, come on. It's going to be worth it to watch this video. Just check out these builds, let's talk about them, and we'll go through them all. So I already did a beginner gun video where I focused on gun builds that were all under 200,000 alloy, and I'll put a link to that in the description. But today I do want to focus on intermediate gun builds. Guns that won't entirely break the bank, but are still strong enough where you can use them if you want to go a little sweatier in easy maps, or with gold ammo, you can still rip it up in normal mode. A little word of warning though, prices for these guns fluctuate depending on a lot of factors, so you will need to build them yourself and see what the prices are currently. Also, I got all these gun builds from the community members in Discord. We have a share your gun build section. And the cool thing is, say you want a specific gun build yourself, you can come here and in the top right, there's a search bar and you can type in the gun name and you can see all the builds that people have already posted for that specific gun. And let me be honest here, we have a lot of gun builds in that Discord. The first gun we're going to check out is the AUG. It's like a go-to for a lot of budget people because it's just the new hotness. It's just such a good gun for the price point. And today we've got a 250,000 alloy version, and we also have a long dong one that is 300,000. Something you're going to notice about a lot of these gun builds is they are using the same Recon 1.5x5 optic because it's just so cheap on the auction house right now. But I do want to let you guys know you can mix and match optics. I wouldn't say that the optics part is really important. Sometimes I put the MP157 on a lot of these guns. Sometimes I'm using the 2x scope. It's all preference based, so don't worry about changing the optic and messing things up. You won't. It makes a difference, but not that much. Also, shout out to Slimothy. These next two gun builds are from him. So let's start with the 250,000 alloy build. This does have just a general red dot or green dot, I guess in this case. It also does have the 3x2. You have to remember this won't have glint on it either, so you're safe to zoom in and just look. You're not going to be using the 3x that much because it does jump, but it is kind of controllable. But it is still pretty rough. Where this does shine though is using the red dot here. I think for 250, it shoots pretty straight. You do have to control it, but it's not that wild, right? Now let's go to the 300,000 alloy one. This one does have a longer barrel on it. I changed his build. It did have the 2x scope, which is 60,000 on the auction house. This one I just threw the Recon on because it's so cheap, and it's the value for the Recon's crazy. But this one's just a little more easy to control. Shoots a little straighter, I would say, but it isn't suppressed like the other one, and it's 50,000 more. I don't know. It's up to you which one you want to use. I do really like this one. But again, sometimes you're playing solo or with randoms and you want to be suppressed. You know, in easy mode, you are killing AI with your blue ammo from the gun because it's so cheap. So it all depends if you want to do that thing. But both guns, I would say, are fantastic. Try them out, again, all in the description below. So next up is two submissions for LMGs. I don't really use these often, even though I want to. I want to like them. I'm just going to be honest with you. I do want to like them. I just haven't found the right one. We've got right now an M250 from Vincent. You know, okay, Slick Rick style, love it. And then we've also got this M249 that I actually really enjoy from Tones himself. This one I'm actually really pleasantly surprised with. The reason that I'm always excited and wanting to try an LMG over and over again, trying different builds, constantly looking for, you know, quote unquote, the one, is because of the ammo capacity that they have. See, a lot of times I'm squad filling or I'm going in solo, and let's be honest, when you squad fill, sometimes you just get some goofballs and they're, you know, maybe they run off on their own or they're just not very good, which is fine, but you do find yourself having to take on maybe a brunt of the work, or you're just finding yourself playing solo. LMGs make me, you know, really kind of like happy, because I'm like, okay, even if I do come up against, let's say, you know, maybe two guys, I see them, I'll have enough ammo to take two of them down and then try to reload, instead of taking maybe one down, then having to reload, then go after the other guy. So, you know what? LMGs have always been one of those guns that I'm trying to find like the one for. I just haven't found it yet. Now, the closest I have come to finding like the one for me is actually Vincent's M249 here. It's really good. It's priced very fairly. I know we had a meta M250 before, but that was priced crazy. This one is actually just hovering around the 300,000 mark. And yeah, you do have to control it quite a bit for sure. Now, I wouldn't say quite a bit, not as much as a 250 we're about to show, but you do have to control these guns, right? But it's just, it fires so fast and it's pretty friggin' accurate for 300,000 that I'm very happy with this one. Now, the M250, you have to control a lot more. It does have a 75 round mag instead of the M249's 45 round mag. Again, really good, really happy with this one, but yeah, I don't know what it is. It feels like the first 10 shots are like laser beams, and then after that it starts really rising up on you. Yeah, it's odd, but it's still, I think it's still something you should try. Like this gun, again, both guns being 300,000 are worth checking out for sure, if you're trying to find an LMG at least. Now we're gonna be working with some K437 builds. I've got this build from Jade, and this one is just about 250-ish, and it's respectable. I gotta say, like, yeah, it's definitely rising up, right? You're definitely getting that horizontal on it for 250. What do you expect, kind of thing? But like, it's not controllable, and with the damage output that this gun does, it's actually could be a contender for you if you are looking for a little more budget but want to go above, I would say. Solid gun, really happy with it. I think you're going to be happy if you're looking for something in that price range, and especially with K437, there's not many budget builds, so this might scratch that itch. Now, Pinky Bree made this gun. This one's closer to 325, 340 right now, a little bit on the higher end, almost not even able to make this list, but this, like, you have to control it, but not much, man. This gun's fire. Again, both of them are unsuppressed. Both of them, I think you're going to really enjoy, from Pinky Bree and from Jade. But yeah, check them out. Description down below for sure. Now, Bolt Action and Flouting Cloud from the community posted their SR9 builds. They're only 150,000 because SR9's such a cheap gun to buy. And there's actually a trick to this gun. So both the builds were fairly similar, so I'm just going to show you this one. But the thing about this gun is how it fires, and I'm going to show you. The third shot always rises. The first two are laser beams. After that, it rises like crazy. Watch. So 1, 2, 3. See how the third shot went up? And that's where you're going to have to master this gun. See, the third shot always goes up. So if you can do 1, 2, and then figure out the rhythm of this gun, it's always going to be a laser beam for you. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? So you're gonna have to figure out how fast you can go with it. I haven't figured out that rhythm yet. I'm just kind of toying with things, but it seems like 1, 2. Oh, that was 3 shots, right? It's so tough on that third shot. I think that's a rhythm. See that third shot, but great gun, Really love it for 150,000. If you're playing Leali, it's going to be worth checking out. I think this gun does have quite a bit of damage. It does 50 damage, 55 armor pen. So if you can get into the rhythm and you don't get into panic mode like sometimes I do when I see people, this gun's gonna slay for you. The K416 is a very expensive gun. It's like 90,000 right now, but that doesn't mean you can't use it on an intermediate build. I have two builds here. The first one is from Red Pink Rambo. She was telling me that this gun is mostly used for CQC. It has no laser. It's only 250,000, so there is a lot of room for you to change a couple of parts if you want to spend a little more money, but it's super just solid. Like it's a super solid gun. Yeah, does it rise? Of course. Like with all these guns, you're not going to get laser beams, but it's so controllable. And I think for 250, if you are looking to get into the market of the K416, it's very good. It's a solid build. Then whose build is this? This is Jade's, another build from Jade. Their build is suppressed. It does have the recon on it, so again, it could get a little more expensive, but it is roughly right now 300,000. So you know, that could always change with if the recon goes up. I think when you hold your breath though, that this gun is where like the gun shines really when you can hold your breath and shoot here. When you're not holding your breath, it's still controllable, still rises quite a bit though. But if you can hold your breath, it's pretty decent. Again, you don't have many modifications on this gun because it's such an expensive gun and we don't want to go over that 350 mark, but both have a lot of chance to like change a couple of things if you want to add something or take away something. Like both don't even have lasers, so the ADS is actually pretty fast for a cheap gun right now. So if you do want to add lasers, there's room for that. Yeah, I really like both builds for sure. I would say I'm more of a longer range kind of guy. I don't really fight CQC often, or at least I try not to put myself in that situation too much. But if you're, you know, going admin in Zero Dam, you know, this could be the gun for you. It's just great with good armor, pen and damage on this gun. Check it out. One of the two guns I really wanted to show you today was the M4A1, but I'm going to give you two versions because I think in the future, the M4A1 build that I'm really excited about is going to jump up in price like crazy. Like right now it's 200,000 and that's for this one. But the thing about this gun is you see this stock kit right here, the restricted zone integral stock, that's usually a really high price, but right now it's super cheap on the auction house because bot guns, so people on mobile and sometimes on PC are getting into games with bots and they all have the same M4A1 with this stock and this recon adjustable scope, and that's why they're so cheap at the moment. So I'm going to give you two variations just in case if this stock does shoot up in price and it's crazy. But my boy Cryptic God and Oreo showed me two variations. I usually stick to one of them and I'll show you it right now. This gun is 200,000. It's a laser. Is it the best thing ever? No, for sure, but for 200,000, you should be running this gun. The ADS, yes, is very slow, but it's not as bad as everyone's saying. Like on stream, they're like, wow, that gun takes forever. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as the CI-19 I'm about to show you, but for 200,000, it's so good, you guys. And the best thing about this gun is 5.56 ammo is so much cheaper. Like it doesn't matter if it's blue, purple, it's cheaper ammo for sure. So that's another good thing about this gun. Now, the other one I want to show you is from NX Hun. This one only uses the recon, so if that goes up in price, you can still, you know, pivot. And this one's just under 200,000 right now, so I think this one right now is 175, which is really respectable for people that are looking for maybe even just a budget M4, right? It's definitely not like the other one, but it's still really good. Like it's still solid. And this one I don't think will shoot up that much in price, only if the recon goes up, so you're safe there. But I'll give you both again in the description down below. But this one, you've got to test it out. You've got to just play around with this one because it's just nuts. Damn, I love that gun. Love that gun. The gold medal winner though of this whole video definitely goes to the CI-19 from Lunchbox023 in Discord. I fell in love with this gun. I use this gun on normal, on easy. It's somewhere between 250 and 300. It jumps depending on the time of day, but you can get it as cheap as 250 right now. This gun is an actual laser. Like, I can't stress this enough. This gun is unbelievably amazing. It does have a downside, and that you'll probably notice, it's the ADS. The ADS is very slow. So, you know, if you're looking for something that's like super fast paced CQC, probably not it. But if you're going for more medium range fights or fights outside of, let's say, admin, man, this gun just hits like a truck. I love it. I am controlling it for sure, but very little. I can't say enough good things about this. If you come into stream, you will see me using this. And if I do find it for sale for like, you know, just under 250, sometimes I've been using the 2x optic instead. And I know the 2x optic makes it a little more expensive, but with this gun, it's just so good. It's just so good. I really hate that the 2x optics is like 60,000 right now, but you can fiddle around. Sometimes I put the M157 on it if I am playing, say, like Leali Grove, so that you can use the cheater scope on it. Again, you're not going to have many complaints about this gun except for the ADS, but when you're looking at an intermediate build or even a budget build, you have to make sacrifices somewhere. And I think ADS, that's where generally I like my guns to be sacrificed, is ADS, because of my playstyle. But maybe your playstyle is different, who knows? But you should still really, again, try out this gun. So you might have noticed while I was doing this video, every single gun that I was showing off, I was showing the parts in the top left. Now, you don't have to worry about that yourself. If you are in the global version of the game, all you have to do is go in the description, copy paste the codes, they'll all be down there. But what that is for is because actually the global codes don't work for the Greena version, it doesn't work for the mobile version and the Chinese version. So I just want to make sure whoever's watching this, if they're not part of the global, they can still try these guns out. But if you're in global, don't worry, go in the description. If you're not part of the Discord either, that's okay. You can join it down below to look at other builds. But what I want you to do is, if you have a gun build that's between 200 and 350,000, comment it down below. We might do a video next where I just take the comments you guys do and try your gun builds instead of going to Discord always. So, you know, we're all about helping each other here. Please join in on the fun for sure. Yeah, thank you guys again. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, it's free for you guys, it means the world to me, all that good stuff. And yeah, I stream all the time. I'm just trying to plug stuff. I stream all the time. I just hope you enjoyed this video, guys. So until next time, I'll just talk to you guys later.